I had to meet some people who lived the situation. I had a lot of document and a lot of documentaries based on the research the director did. They did a lot of research and they gave me the research. So I prepared like that with all documentaries, the document, and meeting people.
And
A lot of horrible stories, but also a lot of funny stories.
yeah, that you would say.
But just the way they had to cross the street sometime, the way how they the way how they travel in the city. When you in Paris and you want to go somewhere, you just go straight from the where you are to the point, and they have a lot of tricky way to go somewhere. That was funny for me. Comedy is like a GPS for illegal people. It's the connection we have because I know them for 15 years now, and maybe the first time I was in front of a camera, it was for them. The first time I act on movie, it was for them, and the easy way we have to communicate, and of course the sensitivity. The subject they chose to make movies, the way they talk about it with a lot of humor and so precisely, so deeply, I'm a huge fan of that. So it's always a pleasure to be with that. Of course,
Yeah.
of course, yes, of course, yes, of course. They are the first directors to give me a chance to be an actor completely. So that's also a good reason. I knew her because of her work.
Yeah.
Because she's an actress since she was like 13. So I grew up with her
Yeah.
movies. So I knew her before that, like that. And before the movie, we met like 2 or 3 times. Because Eric and Olivier wanted us to meet each other on the set, and it was better for the relationship because it was kind of awkward love story. So it was interesting, but it was easy because she's a super nice girl and an amazing actress. So when you act with a good partner, everything looks easy. So I just had to react. So it was really good. Yeah, it was a good scene. That was the end of the movie for this one, but it was really good to have Tara as a partner because we are friends in life.
Okay.
And we were friends before the movie. And I'm a huge fan of his work. He's an amazing actor, and he's known for his dramatic movies, dramatic character. But I know him in life, and he's a really funny and bright guy. And so it was really good to see him in a comedy and doing like a comedian character. I was as a friend, as an audience, really amazed to see that. I was in the first row to see that. And it was funny because during the movie we always said we switched our roles because I was more dramatic on this movie and he was more on comedy. So it was interesting. Yeah, most of advice, more than advice, was like support.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, we had chat and I told him some things and he told me a lot of things. So it's always good when you can work like that. Just to have some advice from another actor because I think it's we never stop learning, so it's really good when you can share that on set. Your friends, February 3rd. It's a story about a slave who was born in Cuba as a slave, and he was bought by a Spanish guy to Portugal. And he escaped from there. Portugal guy from Spain. He escaped from Spain to France, and he started to work on circus and become a clown, a very famous clown. It was around 1900, and he was famous, and that's a story about this clown. He had a duo with another clown called Footit, and it's a story about his life. It was the first black clown in France. I heard about this story 3 years ago. 3 years ago, and I heard like small document about it, and the producers came with that. After that, I read the book, and we did a lot of research, and then we started to have a screenplay, and we did it for 3 years now. 3 years. I wanted to talk about, because it's a famous story about our history, and we don't know about it, so it was interesting to tell the story. I saw it, but there is few. Yeah. There is few, and there is nothing else. There is nothing else. So that's why it's good to add something else. And maybe I hope after the movie there will be more things coming out, because we lost all the archives of this clown, and it was the first. It was the rare clowns be shot by the Lumiere brothers.
Oh,
so it's part of our story.
Yeah, and film history too.
Yeah, film history too. Yeah, I hope so. But I do what I can do. I do what people offer me. So if there is a comedy, I'd be glad to do it, because it's my first skills. So I can wait to do it in US. I love the Judah by the comedies. It's
wow.
Really funny. I love the style. I love the topics. I love the humor on the movies. That's kind of comedy I love. I hope so. We are thinking about doing something. We don't know if it will be a movie or stage, but we're thinking. But we have to wait the schedule more. Yeah. It wasn't for directing, it was just to have a movie, acting a movie, because directing movies is really, really difficult. And I don't think I would be able to direct and act in the same movie. I'm not sure. It's a big job. It's a big responsibility. And I don't have the story yet, because I think when you want to direct, you have to have the good story that nobody else can do it. I don't have it now. It just happened that way. I didn't looked after it. It was just came, and I'm so happy it came like that. Just amazing working with this master director. He did a lot of wonderful movies, and just being on his set, working with him, have his trust was something big for me, and I took it seriously, because it's a big step for me as an actor. So I did my best. I learned a lot to see him, watching and listening or working, and even acting with Tom Hanks. Something really, really special. Very good guys, and so talented and so nice. It was a very, very, very good experience. I don't feel like that, but I worked, and the immersion I think is the best way to learn, because you have to speak for survive. So you have no choice. I took lessons, watched TV, movies, and came like that. I have some, but it's completely different than Samba, because that's why it was interesting to do Samba today, because I'm an immigrant too, and I could compare the way I travel, the way I cross the boats, because I have my passport. I can go everywhere. It's easy. People are so welcoming with me, so it's a different experience. I'm a luxury immigrant.